fighter jets take off from the deck of one of the U.S. Navy's 10 so-called supercarriers, the largest warships ever built. Recent drills with ships from Japan and South Korea focused on rescue and humanitarian missions, but were blasted by North Korea. State media called the trilateral exercises a prelude to war. Strike Group Commander Admiral Mark Montgomery shrugs off the rhetoric.
For us, we haven't changed our operational tempo or changed the manner or scope with which we're training our forces, and I would leave it to higher authorities to discuss what the implications of any specific North Korean action are.
While North Korea blasts the drills, Admiral Montgomery says they are key to maintaining readiness.
Obviously, the aircraft carrier in these ships are multi-mission, but I would say that we train to a number of missions: air defense, ballistic missile defense, anti-submarine warfare, anti-surface warfare, really the wide range of ships, the wide range of tasks and missions you'd see on an aircraft carrier strike group. And we're ready in all those areas.
The drills also smooth communications among the militaries from 3 different countries, says Commanding Officer Captain Greg Fenton.
I would characterize the exercise as being successful in those areas that we focused our attention on, such as humanitarian assistance. And there's always going to be challenges with different subtleties in the way we communicate, but as a whole, we were very successful in overcoming those kind of difficulties.
The George Washington carries approximately 80 aircraft and 6,000 crew members. Such firepower draws a fierce reaction from North Korea, says Shin-in Kyun of the Korea Defense Network, a private policy group.
I think North Korea came up with the provocative words because North Korea's military position would be weak if they do not do anything to warn about the movement of the USS George Washington.
U.S. plans to increase its military presence in the Asia-Pacific could bring more warships to these waters. That concerns China, which has been building up its own navy while asserting territorial claims in the South China Sea. Beijing last year launched its first aircraft carrier. Admiral Montgomery was asked how his strike group would react if China used it to provoke them.
The United States and China's navies cooperate very closely on a lot of issues, so the idea that we'd be planning for any specific thing like that is inappropriate.
With just 20 aircraft carriers active around the world, the ships are symbols both of national prestige and powerful military assets, which is why nations like China and India are now launching their own. Daniel Sheriff, VOA News, on the USS George Washington in the West Sea off South Korea.